Hello. We are going to do a meditative practice. So you can join me seated, Indian style, with your spine tall, your shoulders rolled back and down, your chin slightly tucked in, feeling your hips open, feeling your pelvis wide, feeling your spine elongated, feeling the belly soft, and just begin to relax. You can close your eyes for moments long and just begin to focus on the breath. Breathe deeply. Allow that breath to be felt in the pelvis and the belly. You can draw that breath up into the chest, the collarbone. Allow that exhale to be very long and steady. Soften the face, the jaw. Soften the lips. And just bring awareness to your shoulders. Release the shoulders, allow them to drop back and down, feeling the collarbone lift up and the chest become wider. Still feeling that breath anchored in that pelvis and the belly. And begin to move down your spine from the upper back, releasing any tension in the shoulder blades through the breath. Then bring your awareness into the middle back and just feeling spaciousness moving from the tailbone up to the upper vertebrae. Feeling that back of the head stretching up as the shoulders are pulling down and back. And just feel that mid-back connected to that diaphragm. As you inhale, feel the diaphragm stretch down. As you exhale, feel the diaphragm move up, pushing that air up and out the top of the head. And begin to move down the spine into the lower back. And connection to the hips. Feel that tailbone going all the way down, touching the earth. And can squeeze the belly button into the spine just slightly for a moment to feel that kind of strength that you give to that lower back. And we activate the navel point, which is just below the belly button. We start to feel more strength in our spine. So with our abdominals working, it does really support our ability to hold our spine up for a period of time. Continue to breathe. Now deepen that breath in the pelvis and belly as you're focusing on that lower back. And just feel your hips become very fat and wide. And focus on that perineum, which is the entryway of the vagina, or just below the testicles if you're a man. And just feel that connection, that center pipeline going down into the earth, going up through the spine, and then going out the top of the head into the celestial regions. And just feel you're plugged into the earth, like a metallithic stone that channels the electromagnetic energy of the earth through its base. And just feel that you can channel that through your base. You can channel these elemental frequencies, vibrations, resonance through your base, which is that spine. See the spine like a rod that can conduct energy and distribute it. Use it for magnetism. Focusing on the breath. Allow distractions to be the challenge that helps you to deepen your concentration. And feel this deep relaxation. And then bring that breath all the way through the entire body, from the perineum all the way to the top of the head, in this oceanic wave-like movement. So the breath in the inhale is not just a straight shot. It's not just shooting up. Feel the movement in the body, that wave-like movement of energy as you inhale. Top of the head, exhale. Shoot out the top of the head, and then feel the aura as you pull that energy around you, around the aura, which is 9-10 feet in all directions, and then pulling it underneath you, and then sucking it back up the perineum into the belly. So let's breathe and visualize this. So we inhale from the pelvis, belly, waving up. We hold the breath at the top of the head. Exhale at the top of the head. Up, 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 about 9-10 feet, and then feel it pulling around you, and then going underneath you, and then pulling back up into the perineum. Inhale again. Exhale. And then center your awareness on the navel point, just below the belly button, and just feel that harmonization happening, that equalizing between the left side of the body, the right side of the body, and that center spit, which is that space where we are neutral. When we have a strong navel, we tend to have a strong neutral mind. It can be very taxing to have a mind that's constantly in this whiplash or this battle, or is always in this real back and forth in a way that is destructive. To know that neutral place and to be able to hold it regardless of what's going on around you makes you the eye of the storm, always. And then bring that awareness all the way up to the space between the eyebrows, feeling that space open up. You may feel tingling sensation, and then just go back into the brain. From the space between the eyebrows, go back into the brain. So you feel the pineal gland, the hypothalamus, the pituitary gland, and you're just kind of using the awareness to really bring an awakening to the brain, activating those sort of front parts of the brain that have to do with real creativity, and stabilizing that sort of back of the brain where we think of that sort of reptilian part, the primitive part of the brain. So just using that breath to just bring awareness to the brain from that sort of frontal lobe part, which is the forehead and the frontal, and then moving in the back, feeling the back of the brain even going down towards the spine. And feeling going, that's that center part in the brain, pineal gland, pituitary, hypothalamus. Feeling these glands secreting in the brain. Feel the gray matter in the brain that is being replenished by the breath and awareness that you're having now. And just feel the brain is very young. And I want you to just see the brain stimulated through your awareness and your breath in a way that's actually supporting creative brain movement between the logic brain, which is rational thinking and analytical, as well as that imaginative, intuitive, we call the cosmic brain, that deals with more complex ideas such as consciousness and the mind. And then just focus on that top of the head. Okay, as a baby, that spot is open until we get a little older. That spot closes, it gets hard, the bone. And just feel that opening that you have when you're a child, and your connection to source energy is a pure link, is very, very strong connection to that source energy as a child. And just imagine yourself in this real connection to source energy above the head. That little spot, the top of the head, you may even feel it now. Just bring awareness to the top of the head and where that little spot may be. And then sort of feel that beaming up into that white sun above your head. And this is the source energy, the one God that we call. And this is where you can find wisdom of great wisdom that is accessible to all. And just feel that. We can call that also the Holy Spirit. And then just bring that awareness down into the body, into that thymus gland, which is right underneath the sternum, in between the two breastplate. Just feel that thymus gland. This is very important. Thymus gland associated with our immune system, our ability to not just memorize and process certain bacterias, infections, even diseases that we come across all the time through insect bites, through different, just going outside, we're exposed, certain viruses were exposed all the time, certain foods, right? So this thymus gland is the memory gland, and it remembers everything, all the viruses, bacteria, not just of our lifetime, but also it remembers ancient. It stores in it the knowledge of all viruses and bacteria that have ever been experienced on this earth for, we'll say, for millions of years. It has a memory of it. So when it comes in contact with it, it has a sort of knowledge on what to do, a remedy. So just see that thymus gland underneath the sternum. And this is a very sacred gland associated with the heart, the emotions. And just use that breath to just really open up the chest, like really allow the shoulder blade, the shoulders to roll back and down. You see that adjustment in yourself when you do that. You sit more regal. When we sit with our shoulders rolling forward and down, what happens is we start to lose the courage in our heart space, right? We start to hunch over, our neck drops, our neck gets smaller. But when we roll the shoulders back and down and we, tuck in that belly in slightly, comfortably, and do a full breath, feeling the chest wide like wings of a peacock, feeling that just wide energy of the chest. We tuck in that chin and feel the neck long and the back of the head stretching up. We tend to feel a lot more confident in this posture. This final moment of connecting to this beautiful body, I want you to just drop down from the thymus gland and the chest, going down that center channel and then feeling into the kidneys with the liver. You can connect to the adrenal glands and just feel those kidneys and that liver and ability to process really the entire body, everything that's going on in the entire body. Help distribute, help organize and deliver and process, digest. And just imagine your kidneys as well as your liver are very radiant, like clean and healthy. I almost want you to imagine it like a little pinky, like a child with those kind of rosy cheeks, right? Which is a sign of health. I want you to feel that energy moving, the chi in the kidneys and livers moving, like it's moving very naturally. Through your awareness and your breath, you're able to move the chi in the kidneys and liver. Releasing tension. Sometimes our liver and our kidneys can be very shrunken, very tight, calcified, like hardened, because we don't move the energy, the chi. It's not so much just moving the body, but it's also moving the breath and the awareness. You can move the chi in the kidneys and liver just through walking, but walking in a way where you're bringing this awareness and breath, where you're actually sending, just like our brain sends these signals to the legs and arms, you can actually consciously, voluntarily send messages to your kidney and to your liver. Just like the brain is doing it all the time to our legs and arms. It's involuntary, it happens just unconsciously. But we have the ability to consciously direct the healing. Just like when you have a cut, your body involuntarily, unconsciously sends these healing to these cut to help, these sort of platelet cells to help repatch the cut. Same thing when you bring that awareness and that breath to a particular area, you're basically telling your body to heal. Except you're aware of it instead of just unconsciously healing a cut. You may even feel your digestive system begin to react to this awareness to your kidneys and liver, because the digestive system very much can react to the chi movement in the kidneys and liver, causing release in the bowels, or the digestive system suddenly begins to move. You may feel your metabolic kind of gets faster, because the kidneys and liver, very much when the chi is moving, the metabolic system goes faster, which creates more youth in the body. And this movement is very natural. It's a movement, not of force or control, or it's a movement of spaciousness, where we start to release the thoughts and the feelings, and we become very innocent in the mind, innocent in the body, purified, clear. That's the real health of the movement, is when our body and mind become very spacious and clear. And then just grab that breath with your awareness. And then just begin to bring that breath to the eyes. Your eyes are still closed, and just feel that breath, the awareness healing your actual physical eyes. So it's almost like you're looking at your two eyes with your third eye, and you're using that awareness and breath to physically heal the eyes, helping your vision to clear, clearing out the vision, clearing out the vision. Clearing out the vision from looking at the computer, the TV a lot, from not too much sun exposure on the eyes, too much fluorescent light or fake light. And just feel that you're looking at your third eye, you're looking at your eyes with your third eye, and you're sending that healing energy and imagining this blue flame, okay, like a royal blue flame. And it's just there in your eyes, and it's clearing out the fog, clearing out the blurriness, and just making it very clear, like crystal clear skies of Hawaii. Like so clear, like there's no smog, there's no blurriness, there's no chemtrails, nothing. Like this crystal clear blue skies, purified by the waterfalls, the ocean, and the rainforest. Just feel that you're doing that for your own physical eyes, making it crystal clear blue skies. Clearing out if your eyes are blue or green or brown. You're making it in a crystal clear brown, crystal clear green or blue. Because your eyes do reveal the toxins in the body. So let us clear the eyes and experience the clearing of the physical body. Your body should be like crystal clear skies, purified by rainforest, waterfall, clean energy, elemental energy, which is what we eat. It's also thoughts, the way we act, behave, and relate, and how connected we are to ourselves, right? Sometimes our body is like being in the city, like LA, with all this smog and all this noise, and it smells, and there's just too much going on, and everything is disconnected. There's no tree, or trees are not connected to the ground, right? So just feel that difference between being that kind of city inside with all of this disconnect to the elemental, and then this pure connection to the elemental. And just feel that sort of innocence in you, and that you can carry this innocence in you everywhere. Remember, you are the eye of the storm. The storm, it will continue. The challenges will persist. But you can be the eye of the storm. You can find that refuge inside of yourself. A safe place for you to release and let go and heal and direct your focus towards what is going to help you now. And then begin to inhale most deeply, like an ocean, and then exhale. And just begin to sort of subtly, I like to move my hands around my thigh and knee, Like pressing the palm of my hand into my thigh and knee, it actually helps me soothe myself. So you can try that. It's just a way of like connecting to your body. And then you can just subtly, gently, when you're ready, open your eyes. You can smile. And just seeing your cheeks very youthful and plump. Feeling that breath. So what we've done is a full body scan, a very deep way, and I'd like to do a little pranayama. So for this one, we're going to have our left hand up. We're going to have our left thumb over left nostril, index finger over right nostril, like that. And then you're just going to go back and forth between the thumb and the pointer finger. And you're going to do this unique breath where you're going to do, it's like a breath of fire, even inhale, exhale, in a rapid movement, feeling a subtle activation of the navel. And you're going to do that with each nostril. So inhale, exhale through the right nostril, inhale, exhale through the left nostril, going back and forth, back and forth. And it's important to keep your elbow up because you're opening up the lung. When you do it like this, which some people do, or they completely like hunch over and their arm is like jammed into their side, it actually prevents the breath from fully experiencing the spaciousness. So we're going to do that for a short time, and you can just have your right hand Gyan Mudra resting on the knee, faced up to receive. And you can close your eyes and just really focus on the breath and just allow it to become rhythmic. At first, you may need some tissue, or you may feel a little, one nostril may be more dominant than the other. And that's okay, because throughout the day, you're going to have left nostril be more dominant than right, and then it will switch every 2 hours. Every 2 hours it switches, right? So, you know, that right, left nostril associates with the relaxing, right, resting, and then the right nostril associates with activating the brain, right, activating, you know, like when you're jogging or something, you're doing something, right? So constantly throughout the day, we're resting and then becoming active, resting and then becoming active, resting, and right. And there's some moments where we're super active, you know, like midday, like, you know, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock is like real active for the brain. And then some, you know, there's times where it's not as, right, it's more calm, like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock is when things really get to settle down. So here we go. So just catch the rhythm, like a breath of fire, like a tempo. Inhale through the left nostril. Exhale left. Lift your right hand up. Bring the right thumb over the right nostril. Breathe long and deep through the left nostril. Keep the elbow up. Breathing long and deep left nostril. And then begin to breathe in left nostril. Close left nostril with middle finger. Open right nostril. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close right. Open left. Exhale left. Continue the pattern. Keep the elbow up. Inhale deeper. Exhale longer. Inhale both nostrils. Exhale both nostrils. And then changing the pranic movement. Inhale. So inhale twice through the nose and then exhale through the mouth like a little sigh. And this is the first one we did, the pranic pranayam, was really about working through anger through the breath of fire, but also working on balancing both hemispheres of the brain to feel very clean and clear in the mind. This second one is about really releasing the tension that we may hold in the mind. So, and it's also clearing out the throat as well. So just have hands Gyan Mudra resting upward on the knees. Make sure your spine is tall. Inhale nose, long and deep. Exhale nose. And if you need to, you can stretch your legs out for a moment to kind of just, waken the body. You've been meditating for a while, so just to kind of, just rotate the neck or the shoulders. Feeling that, just revitalization of the brain, and just feeling that just more vital and clear, right? So we're going to work with this mantra. So you must listen and concentrate because it's going to change. So we're going to first focus on the base, right? The base of ourselves, which is the pelvis. That's the base, right? We come into the world through the pelvis, right? Without the pelvis, we would have no foundation, right? We would have no life of humans, right? The pelvis is the foundation. And the pelvis in connection to the spine, right? So you have a foundation, and then you put in frameworks to a house, right? You hold the home, you make sure that the ground is stable, right? Right, the ground needs to be stable. Okay, the pelvis. And then the frameworks, which is the lining of the house, right? Same thing with you. The pelvis is the foundation, the spine is like that framework, right? That we need to structure anything in our any organism, anything. Either it's a coffee table, or it's a tree, or it's a squirrel. It all has to have that kind of pelvic alignment with a spinal alignment to be more than just a blob, okay, or like just a cell, right? That just, or just an organism that can't really function in a structural way. Even in the deep cells, we have these kind of foundation and frameworks to these little amoebas or something. So we're going to focus on the base, and you're going to use the mantra gently speaking. Ram, hum. So ram, hum. Ram, hum. And it's kind of a monotone or very quiet voice. It's not a chanting or where we're speaking loudly. It's very quiet. It's almost like you're speaking to yourself. Okay? Ram, hum. Ram, hum. Ram. Ram, hum. Ram, hum. Ram, hum. Ram, hum. And you're focusing on the base, the pelvic alignment with the spine. And using this mantra to help you heal the lower body part of you. Ram, hum. Ram, hum. Ram, hum. Ram, hum. Ram, hum. Ram, hum. Ram, Ram, hum. Ram, Ram, hum. Ram, hum. And then speak mentally. Focus. Don't let the mind wander. If it wanders, capture it. And it's okay if the mind kind of goes out, but bring it back in, right? And as many times as you draw the mind back in, as many times you're giving yourself an opportunity to have a real experience of breakthrough. Focusing on the pelvis and the spinal alignment from the root. Making sure our foundation is stable, a stable ground. If it's not, then use this mantra to provide that mental adjustment that eventually what follows mental and physical. The physical tends to follow the mental habit. So if you can create a mental adjustment, you're also going to create an action adjustment, meaning your actions are going to be in response to the mental adjustment. So when you have awareness, your foundation is not stable in the mind, then you tend to take action accordingly. Oh, wait a minute, my financial aspect to me is not balanced. And then, okay, I need to take action. I need to save, or I need to not spend so much, as an example. But you have to have the mental adjustment or the mental awareness. And then begin to change the mantra to lam, hum, lam, hum, lam like a llama, right? Lam, lam, hum. And we're moving now into the furnace, which is the digestive system, right? It makes so much heat like a furnace. And it's the place where we get fuel, right? When we build our house, you got to feed the workers. They can't build with no water or food. So you have to make sure that you always have fuel. You always have fuel, water, food, right? And a place to cook the food, right? Or a place to grow the food, right? Prepare the food. That's that furnace, that gut. Lam, hum, just gently. Lam, hum, lam, hum, lam, hum, lam, hum, lam, hum. So is O-M, lam, L-A-M, hum, H-U-M, okay? Om, lam, hum, and really pronunciate Om lam hum, 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 Om lam hum. And just look into the furnace of you, right? Which is, think of it like the hearth, right? The hearth is like a very important part to the house, right? It's the place where we get energy, right? Nourishment from food, from water, right? Without nourishment, we wouldn't live in a house. We wouldn't be able to. We would leave the house immediately because there's no energy. We need energy to go throughout our journey. So just see into your hearth and see, are you really nourished? And nourishment is both socially nourished, which is very important, nourished intellectually, emotionally, physically, in what kind of food and water you're taking in. And you'll know by the level of calmness. When we are really nourished with real nutrients, our mind naturally is going to be a lot calmer. When we are just eating, drinking that's stripped of nutrients and is very malnourished kind of foods, we tend to have more survival in our mind. Like we're dehydrated, or we're really starved. Even though we ate this whatever double burger or something, we still are starved because we're not getting the nutrients our body really needs. Because let's say our body doesn't need more meat, our body's actually repulsing it, but we don't know because we're not in the awareness of it. We're not actually looking into our energy. What does my energy really need? It needs more banana, right? Or it needs more of water, right? And you may not know, like, okay, what kind of nutrients is in the banana, right? But your body will just naturally be drawn to it, even if you have no idea what nutrients is in that. And that's why paying attention to the body is very important, because throughout the week or month, you're going to be drawn to different foods. Potato this week. And the next week, for some reason, you're really drawn to tomato soup. Pay attention to these little hungers that you have. And try to bring in the mantra to help you really get in tune with the nourishment that you're really needing, not just artificially needing, like of the moment, or I'm just feeling parched, so I'm just going to drink this Coke because there's nothing else, or I'm just going to go to McDonald's because I just want something. Instead of just going impulsively or just reactionally, see if you can come from a real place of responding to your body instead of reacting. Such as reacting is like, oh, I'm just like so hungry, I'm just gonna eat all this stuff and like just get this double Whopper or this big old ice cream, right? You're reacting to the hunger in the body instead of respond, which is sitting with the body and really seeing what is the body really wanting. But when we're reactive and impulsive and just, we were really off, right? Our sugars dropped real low, right? We just don't know what else to do but just react. So just see if you can have a better relationship with your body where you don't get to that point, where you're not starving yourself so much to the point where your sugar is so low that you just have to eat whatever. See if you can actually maintain this body level where you're actually managing it very comfortably throughout the day, rather than getting these real highs and these real lows. Okay, so lam hum, lam hum, lam hum, lam hum, lam hum, lam hum. Then go mentally. And try to focus on the mantra. If you stray, just pull it back. Focusing on that energy, your digestive system, your gut. Is your energy functional? Do you have a lot of fatigue? Are you always tired all the time? That's an indication your digestive system isn't moving. With a strong digestive system, we have an ability to be energetic throughout our entire chronology of like a 14-year-old. Like legit 85 with a real strong digestive system, you can have the energy of like a 14-year-old, especially for women. we put so much wear and tear on our gut through these high and low, these extremes, high, low, right? Sugar collapse, sugar high, sugar collapse, sugar high, right? That, it's so much wear and tear that people are finding at 35 or 30 or even 27 that their digestive system is like of a 60-year-old. And then they find the fatigue easily. And then, they find the low energy easily. And then the mind gets slow. Focus on Lam Hum. Where the mind goes, the energy flows. And then bring this mantra, yam, hum. Yam, hum. Yam is like a yummy yum, right? It's like Y-A-M. Yam, hum. Yam, hum. And this is focusing on the heart, right? The heart is our vision, right? Nobody builds a house without a vision or intention. If you don't have a vision, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know where you're going. You don't know why you're doing it, right? You don't know if you're building a house or a boat, or you're building a car or a bike. You have no idea. You have to have a vision and intention. Your intention is everything. So fine tune that with this mantra, yam hum, yam hum, yam hum, yam hum, yam hum. Why are you showing up today for this practice? Be honest with yourself. What do you want to gain? More peace, clarity of mind. Yam hum, yam hum, yam hum, yam hum, yam hum. Yam hum, yam hum, yam hum, yam hum. Yam hum, yam hum, yam hum, yam hum, yam hum, yam hum. And just see your vision open up of your life. And just see, are you in a real alignment with a vision of your health or prosperity or peace? Like, are you sincerely working towards that? Do you have the mental habit to really say that you are aligning with this vision or intention for your life? You have to create the mental habit. Yam hum, yam hum, yam hum, yam hum, yam hum. Go quieter. Yam hum, yam hum, yam. It's with you and you. Yam hum, yam hum, yam 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 hum, yam. Yam 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 and go mentally. Focus again, concentrate on the mantra. Don't allow anything else to come up. Just say, not right now. This is your time. We're seeding the mind with this positive sound current that's going to create a mental habit we need for the physical results we want. And then inhale. Exhale. And just bring your hands together, fingers touching, and then just in front of your chest, fingertips touching. You're going to create a roll with your fingers moving and your palms touching. And working with the brain, letting this sort of create this neuroplasticity in the brain. When you work with your hands in this way, you're working with the brain. Fingertips touching and just rolling so that you're moving the palms of the hands touching. Really working this sound current into the mind, creating a mental habit of relating to the body in a way that you feel just more aligned. Continuing to breathe long and deep. And then inhale, bring it into a prayer, hands right in the chest. And then exhale. Press the hands firmly together, tight, tight. Then relax. And then last thing is you're going to sit on your knees. If that's possible for you. If you can't, you can just sit in Indian style, and we're going to do this roll. It's called Swan Kriya, where you tuck in the chin, roll the head down, open the throat, roll the head up, and you're going to feel it through the whole spine, the upper spine to the lower spine. And you breathe deeply so you feel the wave-like motion from the spine. You really feel the chin coming in and then the chin opening, and feel the back of the neck, back of the head, the throat, and just feel the ripple of the spine. And we just want to move that awareness and breath into a physical movement to really create these new patterns. You can go faster, slower. You can go deeper down, like a serpent movement. Allow the breath to help you. Energizing. And then inhale up. Exhale, relax. And then just sit on your bottom and feel the completion of your practice and feel the goodness in you, bringing this calm and stable place. We're learning how to self-soothe ourselves in a time where that is going to be evolutionary necessity. It's evolutionary necessity to know how to self-soothe. So thank you very much, and I'll ring the bell of your sovereignty, freedom, and great healing. Thank you.